Hello, 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 once more, and welcome back to the Cat of Nine Tails quest, where Mewtalisk recently has entered the dungeon and done a whole bunch of awesome shit. Most notably, he's gotten his summoning and spellcasting up to level 13, which is a half of max level. He recently acquired a godbook gift, which allowed me to memorize summon scorpions and summon ice beasts, together a pair of my favorite spells in the as a summoner. And he's already at floor 6 of the Lair. Further, he hasn't died yet, even counting for his extra lives. This is overall a really good run, so let's jinx it by saying how good it is, and go downstairs to Lair 7. So right off the bat, I'm seeing 3 death yaks here, and only one of them hasn't noticed me yet. They'll probably be woken up by these two any minute now. I could try and spam a bunch of different spawn spells, but better than that, I'm going to go upstairs and do it first. And let's actually go for a good shadow creature. Oh, I must have remapped shadow creatures. Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Let's get a shadow creature off of G. Ooh, a fire drake. Not bad at all. Okay, that's a nice little armada. Unfortunately, when I came downstairs, I was literally surrounded by death yaks. All 4 of them seemed to have rushed the staircase after I left. Given this situation, I should get out of here. I'm gonna just blink, because literally anywhere is better than where I am now. And with any luck, my minions will start laying in on these guys. I'm gonna spam for scorpions, just to provide a physical wall as I run. Ugh, of all the ones to spawn not being my ally, it had to be that one. And now I'm out of mana as well. Okay, all told, not my best start. Descending one further so that I can continue to run upright. The good news is that where my minions are, they're kicking ass. And Poison just leveled up. I don't want to draw this guy into a fight. Oh, yay! That kill just gave me back a lot of mana to work with. Let's just continue running for now. And when I have a clear area like here, oh my god, another 3 death yaks. This is a very, very tough floor. Going around the long way, it looks like most of my minion spawns are gone. Or at the very least, not in any place where I can make use of them. And I'm just continuing to spawn more minions that I can run through as physical shields. I'm probably going to retreat upstairs any minute now. This is not going as well as I'd like. The good news is that my enemies are still dying. The bad news is they're not dying nearly fast enough. That's 2 death yaks by my count that have died and nothing more. Yeah, time to flee. I don't have expeditious retreat, but that's basically what I'm trying to do here. Okay, I've gotten away from that nasty, nasty battle. I count 8 death yaks on that floor, so regardless what happens, it's going to be a difficult floor. Fighting them when they're not all in the exact same area is going to be key. Let's find the 3rd staircase down, because 2 doors down didn't work, so let's try the 3rd. Why didn't it go? There we go. Okay, down we go. Ah, yes, this is better. It's in the corner, so I can always retreat to here. And I'm gonna go Ice Beasts because these are cold-blooded creatures, so that should give me a little bit of a bonus. And heck, because one of them at least is Mephiticable. You gotta be kidding me, my luck cannot be this bad. That spiny frog has not taken any damage. Okay, that's better. That's much better. Okay, good. They're both dead. I got a new book. Let's see what the book is. Leatherbound, Recall, and Animate Dead. Those are both really good spells for me. Recall because I'm a summoner, and Animate Dead because it saves me the hassle of having to try and work through a minion to do it. I wonder how many spell levels I have, and how good I am with Necromancy, if I'll be able to memorize it. Good is good enough. So that's definitely one that, for the records. And I have 14 spell levels, so there's really no reason not to pick up a few extra spells. So I'm going to go upstairs and wait out my poison while I memorize this. And sick my armies against whatever happens by in the meantime. So now I would say I've had a few, like, I consider getting one good book or two good books to be really good. So now I feel like I've had a couple good books in a row. Though, in fairness, if you look at my spell repertoire, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 7 of these spells come purely because I leveled normally and then worshipped Vehumet. Only one of these spells has come from one of the books I've memorized. So, you know, things to bear in mind about reproducibility and sustainability of, or not sustainability, consistency of being able to do this kind of run. Animate Dead is, in fact, working. Not that I ever thought it wouldn't, but yay for that. And let's get the Recall spell up as well. So now I can pull minions to my side. And I'm going to swap Slow from D to Animate Dead because I don't use Slow very much anymore. Just in the context of the game, it no longer makes as much sense to spend 2 mana on that when I can get such a large group of minions for the same price. Okay. The Death Yaks are coming. I'm going to try and kill them straight up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ice Beasts versus 1 Yak. Come on. Damn it, it's not versus 1 Yak anymore. More Yaks have shown up. Scorpions are probably going to work better because their poison will stack. But what's really going to work is actually, you know, landing more hits. There we go. That's better. That's more like it. Scorpion poison. I don't think, yeah, it didn't kill him, because if it had killed him, I'd have gotten some mana back. I'm going around the long way because I do want to head him off, and I don't want to block my only my top left entrance. But you know what? Screw it all. There you go. That's a healthy dose of scorpions. I mean, healthy for me, unhealthy for the yak. That's kind of the point. They're just too powerful. I literally need to get them one-on-one. And I don't think I'm going to have that luxury. There we go, we got him. He's, one of them at least, is dead. And, oh my god, look at the sheer quantity of mana I have. I need to be swarming with these scorpions more and more now. I would use Mephitic Cloud, but the thing about it is, these guys have such high hit dice that it doesn't hit very often, and when it does, they recover pretty quickly anyway, making it less than useful. Oh, crap. Okay, look how bad this is. I'm physically blocked off because this was not a friendly summon. I'm attacked on both sides, and I have no mana. Literally no mana. The good news is my scorpions are making short work of this Death Yak, so I will have mana back shortly. But right this second, I've got nothing. $20 health is a lot to work with. If I could blink, I'd be safe, but I don't want to use up a blinking scroll. I have 4 blinking scrolls, so spending 1 is definitely an okay idea. The alternative would be quaffing a potion of magic and then blinking. The problem is, there's no saying how much damage I'll take in between. So, because this is me playing a legit run and not just goofing around, I'm going to use my blink scroll to blink all the way here to the opposite side of this fungus, and on the correct side of this door, rather than blinking to this side into the unknown. There we go. I am, in theory, much safer now than I was a second ago. In practice, my scorpions are not getting the job done. This herd of death yaks is proving much more difficult to get through than I would have liked. Animate dead. Animate dead. Dead. Okay. So I made a death yak zombie, and that helped quite a bit. And then I managed to get out of there, and that means I'm still alive. I'm just looking at the list of spells I can potentially memorize right now. And I usually start at very good and go down instead of the other way. Ignite Poison is still tempting. If I use that against the Death Yaks, I could probably deal a lot of damage. Anywho, when I left downstairs, there was a fight going on, alright? I think what I'm gonna have to do... is pre-summon a strong ally. And to do that, I'm going to have to use shadow creatures and get lucky. That's one really good strong ally. That's not, but whatever. What else should I pack in here? I think an ice beast or two. Okay, let's go. So I have 5 allies versus 1 yak that's in the corner. This is optimal. I'm going to swap out spaces with one of them and then sick them. And now, before there's a chance for anything else to happen, we animate dead so that the death yak joins us. Bada boom. Now let's see if we can get another. Really, I'm not doing anything different. I just happen to have been a little bit more lucky here in that the time thus far I've only ever seen the Death Yaks as a group, and this time I'm getting them one-on-one. But hey, I'm happy to take whatever they give me, so, you know, no complaints. Backing off because I see a basilisk. Basilisks have an ability known as Petrify. If they stare at you for a couple turns, you start turning into stone, then you actually turn into stone, and then you turn back. Though, you know, you can totally be attacked in the meantime. I think it also boosts your armor for the duration of you being turned into total stone, your AC. But it's usually, I mean, it's obviously not worth being paralyzed ever. It's just, you know, it's mostly flavor in my opinion. It's not even balanced. It's not even like a balanced thing. Okay, my ice and magic are both up reasonably high, considering I don't actually want to specialize in either of them. I just did it to boost my ice beasts and my scorpions moderately. At this point, I think I'm going to turn my eyes towards necromancy. I want to raise it 1 or 2 levels just so animate dead is more reliable. And I'll leave spellcasting and summonings on as usual. So, well, that's not... So spellcasting on, summonings on, necromancy on, ice magic off, poison magic off. And if I have to optimize for one, let's optimize for spellcasts, because that's going to help with all of my schools as opposed to just my summoning. Okay, that is a herd of elephants. So we're going to have to make a herd, or whatever you call a large group of scorpions. I'm not saying this is necessarily the best tactic. It might very well not be, but it just makes sense to me that if I'm bleeding them with poison, it's going to work out better than if I have to actually get a kill every time. The problem with this kind of strategy, of course, is that I cannot Mephitic them, whereas if I was using Ice Beasts, I could totally Mephitic on top, so I'm going to start pumping Ice Beasts next. Okay, I must have not read my movement right because I got hit a couple times there, so I have to be much more cautious now. I used Animate Dead to raise a couple of those elephants as my allies, and there we go. Fight is definitely going in my favor, and the last elephant is dead. Okay, very good. There's an... oh, it's not dead. Crap, he's right there. The thing is, I absolutely want this one killed. There we go. Okay, I need food. For the first, I realized that I've been animating dead and not eating them for a while now, and that's progressively drained my food supply. Even though most, if not all, the spells I'm using are totally hungerless. So I kind of am going to hope that I can get a corpse to eat soon. And yep, there's a sheep, and sheep are excellent for sources of food. So, one sheep and I'm at full again, so perfect. Okay, new item, an Amulet of Faith. I'm actually not going to put that on, yeah, because, well, I guess I'm not wearing any amulet, so I might as well. The thing is, the only thing it's going to give me is the rest of the books, and if I get Faith faster, and I already kind of have a solid dose of the books, and then later on, it's when I do take it off, it will drain my Faith significantly. I don't know. The other thing is, I don't really need Faith as Vehumet. The Faith level itself isn't as important as the gifts he's giving, and the fact that he just passively protects my spellcasting. I'm kind of on the fence about putting this on and then having to take it off later. I think for now... oh, what the hell, let's just put it on. I don't have anything else, right? And if I get a new amulet, then I'll just take the hit and work with it. I'm going to go ahead and use a few scrolls of Identify Poorly to identify these tried but don't work scrolls. So let's start with you. And of course, they're mostly going to be these ones that interact with armor and weapons, neither of which I have or I'm capable of using. Oh, that one I was capable of. Alright, and beautiful. Let's go ahead and drop all of the useless scrolls I have just to free up some weight capacity, which was really my ulterior motive in doing it in the first place. And I'm feeling lucky. Let's drink a potion of mutation. Just one, though. So it's a nerf to my MP and the ability to spit poison. All told, I kind of don't like that one very much. Well, the next potion I drank was to cure mutation, so that worked out pretty nicely. And that's about it. Okay, back to baseline. Everything identified that has to be. I'm no longer overweight. Let's keep pushing through the dungeon. If only not being overweight were so easy in real life. So floor 7 is beginning to look pretty cleared out. After I dealt with that initial herd of death yaks, there was not as much major obstacles. And I hope you guys are noticing how I'm using scorpions primarily, but then switching to ice beasts when it's relevant. Or just mixing it up because, you know, monotony gets dull. The reason I'm going ice beast here is because I kind of want the extra attack power. Though really, scorpions make sense for the poisons, so there's no bad answers either. Okay, floor 7 is complete. Down a floor we go. Let's hope that we can garner enough piety on this floor to actually get another gift out of the way. And I think that would actually be the final gift for a summoner from Vehumet, which would be nice. Because, you know, it'll give me access to whatever top level abilities there are. Sorry, I just started reading all of this. You feel your power returning, you feel a bit more experienced. The yak cores you, this yak seems less confused. The scorpion stings the yak. The scorpion poisons the yak. The yak is poisoned. Your scorpion stings the yak. The scorpion poisons the yak. The yak looks even sicker. The yak dies! That's what you get for attacking me, freak. Next time, focus on my meaningless, shapeless void of minions. At least they won't... At least that way, you won't, piss me off while you die. Let's pick it up. I just got more scrolls of amnesia, Alright. Which means at this point I should have absolutely no compunction about memorizing spells that I need to forget later, because I have more scrolls of amnesia than I'll probably need for the rest of the game. I'm actually seriously considering forgetting either Slow or Call Imp, both of which are spells that got me through the entire early game, but now just don't seem to have any real practical significance. The only reason to keep Call Imp thus far would have been so that I can use it as an Animate Dead, which I now actually have just straight up, so... Speaking of which, Necromancy is... Oh, it's still pretty low level. I'm gonna wait for it to get a bit higher. Ooh! More stuff. Can't believe they keep gray slimes, one of the weakest enemies that you'll meet on floor that you even see on floor 1, this deep in the dungeon. Oh Christ! I have an idea that I've been meaning to try, and it's kind of stupid, but I just feel like doing it. So just don't laugh at me. Ignite Poison. Combined with Ignite Poison is a spell that takes anything that's poisonous and lights it on fire. And Mephitic Cloud is a noxious poisonous gas cloud that's 3x3. I'm curious, but my belief is that if you combine the two, you'll get fire clouds wherever you point it. And I don't know, but I just feel like trying to do that kind of level of damage, even if just for a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and memorize this spell, even though I don't really need it. Just for the funsies. So, before I go down to try it, let's experiment here. There's the gas clouds. There's the ignited poison. It's kinda not that effective because the Mephitic Cloud doesn't last 2 turns, but it looks kinda cool for the turns that it does last. Let's go to a different entrance and immediately cast Recall because I don't know where all my minions are and I don't want them to die pointlessly. The slime pits that I ran away from were roughly here, so let's go in that direction, and let's plan to ignite poison the shit out of these guys. So there's 1, 2. It failed, it succeeded and instantly killed him. That was badass. I'm picturing this happening. You point to a distant square, or you point 20 feet, 30 feet away, you raise your hand, you mutter a word, and suddenly fire erupts everywhere. And then, you look to see what did it, and there's this little cat sitting on the ground, like meowing or something. Yeah. I'm enjoying this way too much. Alright, well, let's actually just, whip out some ice beasts to finish the job and make short work of these slimers. And actually, might as well just... Oh, it looks so cool. Okay. So, I think that that's at least the bulk of, if not all of the... Yeah, I think that's the bulk of the slimes that were guarding the slime pit door. My mana is low, and fire magic I'm not ever going to be able to train because I kind of trained up ice magic first, but transmutations I have a +1 to, so I can bring it up a couple levels just to try and ease into being able to ignite poison reliably. I wonder if ignite poison affects my scorpions. Not that I really need to get it reliable in fairness, so whatever. Alright, there's some more scorpions. Let them do their thing, let them do their thing. Speaking of doing their thing, do I have Abjuration yet? That's an important spell, especially when you're capable of summoning hostile creatures. I don't see it here. Maybe it's in the Book of Callings? Nope. Book of Unlife? Nope. Well, that's definitely something important to bear in mind for the future. That when or if I see that spell, I need to get it. Necromancy up. And Dead Rising. Okay. Continuing to search. It's a lindworm. How cute. I'm pretty sure they're vulnerable to Mephitic Cloud. And I'm less certain that they're vulnerable to poison and fire. Okay, so I've created a bunch of ice beasts. Now I'm going to go ahead and recall everything to where I am to force the lindworm out a little before, you know, sending them all on the warpath. Oh, wow, he actually killed all of them. That's pretty goddamn impressive. Okay, so using Ignite Poison while my summoned scorpions are around does attack them and even turns them hostile on account of the fact that you directly attacked them. So, definitely not a recommended idea. Of course, they are the only poisonous creature I own, so not also going to be a constant worry or anything. Just good to know. I love it. For peanuts, I can summon an army that's more intimidating than fucking 4 elephant herd. Yeah, being able to turn Mephitic Cloud into a fiery cloud is really fun. I'm not saying it's a super effective strategy or anything. I don't know. I've never really done it before. But it's so much fun to do that I don't even care if it's effective or not. And of course, any poisonous creature now, I can straight up just, incinerate it with smite targeting level of accuracy. Okay, Animate Dead is up to great. That's good enough for now. I don't want to waste too much more experience on it. I'll let it hit Necromancy 4 and then leave it, turn it off again. We're gonna have to focus down on which skill. I really am just trying this build out. Not for the first time ever. I've played it quite a bit. I've played like, I would say 5 or 6 Fielded Summoners thus far on other records that I wasn't recording. Just so I have an idea what was gonna happen and what I needed to do when I did it for real. But this is like, I mean, I still don't have like a concrete sense of what the optimal way to play it is, which actually makes it kind of fun just to experiment. You, sir. Oh, well, there's no point igniting poison on a fiery dragon now, is there? Okay, in we go. Notice how I start attacking, but then I leave it be so that my minions who have better straight-up attack than me can actually finish the job. Yeah, it's the fastest way to clear plants that I know of. Okay, there we go. Now we're through. Oh, a teleport track. Most intriguing. I just hit ignite poison twice when I meant to hit recall. But no matter. There's the recall, and of course there's nothing of use in this chamber. And nothing immediately noticeable of use in this chamber. However, these trees probably hide something useful behind them. I don't have the ability to burn the trees down innately. Let's try this door before I start stressing that too much. Nah. Don't got anything. Okay, let's recall all of my minions into here. Ugh, minion wrangling's a pain in the ass. Okay, tell them all to wait. Then get past, lock them in. And now I'm going to deal with how I'm going to bring this down. I think if I read the Scroll of Immolation while adjacent to this, it might light the trees on fire. But it didn't. Okay, next idea. Next idea. Do any of the creatures I'm capable of summoning have the ability to start fires? Let's do shadow creatures a few times, see what comes up. None of those. And I can't even order them to attack the forest, even if I want to, so this is proving to be a failed attempt. Okay, need a new idea. I wonder if my mephitic cloud will overlay the trees, and when I light it on fire... No, nothing. Okay, last thing would be to read the Scroll of Magic Mapping. There is exactly one tile that is unmapped, which probably has some item of value. I could memorize Lightning Bolt for the express purpose of blowing these trees up. I don't think they would allow me to place Conjure Flame on top of a tree, which would be cheaper. The thing is, I have no other purpose whatsoever in getting Lightning Bolt, so it's kind of a waste. Well, for now, I'll leave that as a quandary to be solved later, and keep moving. Huh. For some reason, my recall isn't working. Okay, we're through. Detect or remove curse, and okay. A herd of elephants with a bone lantern. That's kind of a waste, but whatever. Let's just ream them with scorpions. That will kill most of them. And for the ones that are dumb enough to live, we'll torch them alive. That did not, in fact, finish them. Okay, there we go. Now they're dead. Okay, so, to recap, I have successfully cleared out the bottom floor of the lair. I've successfully cleared out the bottom floor of the lair with only the mildest of inconvenience, namely that I don't know what is in a specific square in one place. I've chose to memorize an extra spell or two, including Ignite Poison, just because I can, and I acquired Animate Dead so that I'm not reliant on imps anymore, like, at all. For the next part, we're probably going to go ahead and make our move to the next target of opportunity. Given that I don't have poison resistance, but I am fairly dangerous and powerful, I might go straight to the Orcish Mines and skip the Snake Pit. The shoals are going to be way too complicated and dangerous, and the slime pits are out of the question because of just how evil they can be. But the Snake Pit certainly seems like a viable idea. And given my reliance on summons and complete unreliance on equipments, the acid corrosion of the slime pits isn't actually a real factor, so, you know, for the first time ever I'm considering the possibility, though all of those bizarre eyes and shit and the fact that I have no experience means I might come to a premature end if I opted to do that right now, so probably not going to go that route. Anyway, thank you for watching, and take care. Until next time, this is Self Street signing off for now. Peace out. Bye.